Hello and welcome back. This is our last chapter, and I'm live for the last time. Okay, we're going to be covering just as Marketing 106 retail merchandising offered by Harper College. You're taking me online, face to face, or blended class, or another instructor's teaching this course, and you're utilizing my lecture, utilizing the author and everything else through the whole semester. All right, so here's what happens. We're going to be covering chapter 20, integrating and controlling the retail strategy. Your whole process, all these 20 chapters, comes to the final point. I have a retail plan. I come up with a merchandising plan. I know my customers. I have a strategy. I have everything in place. What are my controls? What are my balances? What are my checks and balances? How do I know I'm on course? That's what this chapter is about. All right. So we're going to talk about Small Business Association, TJ Maxx, sales opportunities, performance, benchmarking. Who do you benchmark? Remember, you always benchmark against the best. American Customer Satisfaction Index. Really nice. We talked about that. It's just an index how customers, what are they really looking for when they have that experience within your store or anytime you touch the customer. Either it's on in what do you call it, in e-commerce or in the store or on the telephone or a face-to-face conversation or a what do you call it, YouTube or social media, however you connect with that customer, what does he or she get out of making that connection with you? It should be building a relationship. How do you make sure? Remember when you get your surveys, a lot of companies have surveys. Surveys are just the tip of the iceberg. People who are really upset with you will write up a survey. What a jerky experience I had. People who love you because you bent over backward most likely may write a survey. 50-50% chance. All right? So those are your tips of the iceberg. But what about other customers that you upset and they don't, I'm not going to come anymore. So when you have the larger amount of negative surveys, it's just conceptually is a larger base of the iceberg that you have to reduce with that number. Because even if one customer is that upset, could be one that spends a lot of money. Could be one that has a big social following media. All those could be have negative effects. So I have to have a check and balance to make sure that I am providing number one customer service. My prices are a little bit higher. I'm a small business, but I believe in that relationship. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to try to keep it under 25 minutes because I got to pick up my grandson at the bus stop. So let me just go. I'm going to go view, and I'm going to put this at a 200, okay? And then you always got my talking. Remember, you read the book and everything else on here. Opportunity with small business. Small business administration, they are by the state. You want to go someplace else, they have mentors, they have committees, they have workshops, they have groups like SCORE, retired individuals from the corporate senior level that will look at your business plan, your ideas, and help you out. You know what I mean? They have people from the companies to help small businesses. You have vendors. There's so much there. They're like your librarian, your focal point that you could go in there and they'll put you in the right direction. Okay, so this one here, and Harper College has it at the HPC, Harper Learning Center, HPC, Harper Professional Center. Almost forgot what it stood for. All right, you go all the way in the back, and then you could make a meeting with them. Remember, they're always busy. It's one person doing a lot of work. It's the government. They're not paying too much, but they are a resource if you could connect with them. Okay. All right. Now the integrated strategy of TJ Maxx, and just basically just told you how they went out. You know, they looked at the situation. You know, customers not coming in. What are your objectives? What are we trying to achieve? Identify what are the main pet peeves or the likes of why customers come to us, and try to leverage that to our benefit. Okay. Overall strategy, so everyone has the same focus. Treat the customer exceptionally, above, beyond. You know, or maintain the lowest cost possible. Or you don't have one be the jerkiest retail business in the world. That don't work. Come on, all right. Okay, specific activity and control is just to make sure that it's on track. It's just like you're driving. I got to drive 45, just my speedometer. So what do I have for my benchmark, or what a lot of businesses would call their dashboard? Okay, so we have that one. Planning procedures, outline the firm's overall direction and goals. Where do you want us to go? Combine from up and down. So you're looking at all the different departments, and they go to the ultimate goals. That's how they're going to be rewarded, and enact specific plans, checkpoints, and dates. You should be achieving these markers, for lack of a better word, this time. You should be improving customer service by this date. You should have your new strategy implemented by the second month or the third month or the fourth quarter, whatever. Those are some plans. Those are goals. You could always adjust them, but those are goals you have to work in. And business is always looking at that target and trying to come as close as you can to the target. And if you're a good manager, you're right on that target and you get that done. Okay. Okay. Sales opportunity analysis. Again, you look at the markup. The estimate sale. These are all estimates. A lot of you, when you open up your business, that's the hardest thing, is to come up with these estimates. After you're there a year, you kind of have a general idea, and you know where you could have tweaked more last semester, maybe last in the summer, or I could have done this in the summer to generate sales. I wish I would have done this. Now is your time to try it and to experiment. All right, we talked about this. A refresher. Okay, global index is basically they look at market attractiveness. How much potential or many customers may utilize your product within a certain demographic, a certain market. Country risk, what are the risks that the government may come up, or inflation or anything else. So, credit ratings, everything else. And the policies, the rules, what's going on. Going to China, you have to there's a different risk. You're an outsider, and will they protect you as an outsider or not a Chinese, but just as a foreigner? All right, I'm just throwing that out. It could be Japan, it could be China, it could be European Union. You're all looking at that. You're an outsider coming in. All right, unless you're working within the business. Well, you have Toyota and a lot of car makers right here in the U.S. building them using U.S. workers, and now people say, hey, I know they're a Japanese company, but all these companies are international. And how do they benefit the economy here in the U.S.? Okay, make America great. Don't feel bad. It's not a negative thing. Come on, make George feel great. Shit, make your company great. What you have to look at is just a slogan. It's just people just try to turn around. It's what you have to do is take pride in yourself, in your own work, and that's how you survive. That's what the economic system. That's what the free market system does. I'm a business person right here in the U.S. I'm talking free market. Come back from nowhere. You got the idea, you got the gut, you got the grit, you could make it, and you could do pretty damn well. Know the rules, know the regulations, and still succeed in here. I don't care where your status is, but you have to use your logical thinking. You have to say, here's what the administration is. How could I utilize the small business? How could I utilize some of these other perks that may be out there to stimulate the economy? Hey, I'm first one in line. What the heck? Okay, and then time pressure. And time pressure is based how quickly. If your sales goes too fast and you can't supply the demand, your company's going to look bad. If you have more supply and more inventory and not enough sales, then you could always adjust that real quickly by some kind of promotional or some kind of a marketing. The latter was a little problem. You've got more sales and not enough equipment or inventory, you got problems. Then you're going to have to find another supplier, and he or she on a rush may not be able to give the quality that you're looking for. And then back again, your brand name suffers. Okay, performance measurements. When you look at performance measurement, these are everything I look at: square footage, total sales, average, what category is selling, what's not, which one do I eliminate, which one I combine, which one do I move to the back, which one. You're always doing. You're like a puzzle maker. You're adjusting to the customer, to the outside forces, to the inside forces, to what came in, what I got on sale, what I want to sell. That's the exciting part. Come on, you are in charge. You're like the captain of your ship, of your store. Let's get with it. Come on. Don't look at this as a task. Look at this, man, if I got to own the store, I can know all this stuff, okay? All right. Now, benchmarking. True statements. Again, they got different benchmarking. You look at migration, gross profits, auto repair, and these are just the averages that most successful companies within that category, electronics or gas station, should be hitting those targets. And gas station not really making money on a gas, is making a convenience food. That's where the money's at, all right? Retail analysis, MS. Again, you've got some sites here. I'm not going to go into them. We looked at the videos. Interesting. If you want, click on them, type them in. All right, because you're probably in a PDF file. That's why I always put the site in there. type it in, and you should be okay. American Customer Satisfaction Index. Again, it evaluates on customers how they're satisfied by quality improving. Is it going up or down, or are customers expecting less quality but because they're more concerned about the price and they're willing to sacrifice? It doesn't have to be the best. A little paint chipping here is okay. Or am I looking for? Hey, I'm paying the price. I got the money. I want the best. Depending on your customer, depending on the niche, depending on your brand, depending how you're basically exhibiting or showing yourself off, or how you're developing your brand. So in the customer's mind, when they think of your company, this is what they see. Not only the products you have or product mixes is exactly the service to get out of there. Okay, and measuring service. Retailing, again, reliability is number one. Responsiveness, so I got my concern. Assurance, confident customers will have it. If we promise, we'll give it to you. Empathy, I understand things happen. We're sorry. How can I make that up? Intangibles, appealing facility. I'm doing pretty good here, huh? I'm going to talk a little bit fast here, though. All right, let's see what we have. I still got I got a little time here. And remember, when you think I'm going over fast, I am going over fast because we discussed this in class. You read the book, we did the discussion, you look at the YouTube, we did homework assignments. You in the class you're doing your own promotional for your store, and you have to come up with some ads. You have to come up with some kind of what do you call it, a promotional, buy one, go one free, get a coupon, where you can get the names, those information I'm looking for. Okay, outrage, satisfaction, and delight, those are pretty good. When the attributes are not met, okay, that's real easy. Must-be's included parking, advertising, whatever. People get upset. There are hygiene factors when you took management 111, or what do you call it, Herzberg. All right, it just transfers over to customer satisfaction. What you do for employees, no different. I didn't get a parking spot. I got to walk all the way to the store. I got to wait. Whatever. Or hey, I love this. The parking space is closed. They're never busy. They got valet parking. They help me out. They load up my stuff. I don't have to worry. I enjoy this place. Same experience, and remember, the experience could change at a different time of the day or different employees, so you have to monitor if you have different shifts on that. Okay, delight occurs, positive surprise. They came out of the way here, let me help you, and they didn't have to. Both outrage and delight. Someone pisses me off, another person made me happy. I'm neutral with this. Okay, and sometimes that happens. Okay, remember, individuals are individuals. You're the one hiring. That's why customers number one. You're paying for that customer. You better make sure you are made. If they're trained well, you're monitoring them. If there's any customer complaints, you talk with them, and not only with them, with the whole group. If it wasn't for those customers, you ain't got a job. You don't have customers coming in. I have to be able to adapt and focus. Don't bend over and give everything away, but be fair and respectful to them as I expect them to be fair and respectful to me. Okay, so here's the figure, utilizing a gap. And when I look at a gap, I look at my competition's doing, you look at my low competition's doing, you look what substitute goods are doing, you look at what the mall's doing, you look at customers in general are doing, you look at the economy, all these forces, environmental, eternal, everything else in here, and this when I come up there, is there a gap? Am I below what this group, this demographic individuals are expecting? And if there is, how do I bring up that performance gap? And it means I got to set up goals and objectives within my company, and it means some rewarding or something else to meet those goals. Because if I meet that objective, it means customers are happier, they're willing to come back to my store and purchase more goods, because they get a good feeling, not afraid to pay a little bit more, because they get a good service and a good quality experience when they come here. Okay, so you're looking at minimizing this gap. Look at it from a customer's perspective. Try to profile what the customer likes or dislikes. Customer life cycle model. Where your customers going. Maybe to be younger customers didn't care. Now you got all baby boomers and they're more selective. Or you got a different clientele. You got a different culture. Looks at things a little differently. And so you have to be able to adjust to that. You're like, come on, that's your business. Or move. And a lot of businesses don't adjust. That's why they're out of business. Somebody else can come in. Hey, I understand this customers and I'll adjust to them, and I'm doing well. And remember, as businesses go through cycles, customers go through cycles. They had kids before, now they're all empty nesters. So why am I carrying all that candy? They might like it, but that's not what they want. They may want some other stuff that's more for them, more healthy type of food. Okay, extend the business model, based on these two, and determine which customers, and you adjust to it. Relationship planning, how do I make that communication? Walk the floor, meet your customers. Hey, I'm the chef. Hey, how you doing? I'm the owner. I'm kind of good. I'm always in the back. I got all this paperwork, but I like to come out to talk to you. What do you think about the business? Where can I do something better? Make that connection. Make that, especially a small business. That's what brings people in. Okay, and then implementations, how you finally put it to practice. Okay, now here's the audit process. The audit process is your check and balance, and it tells you how you do your check. We went through this table, not hard. Stop it, freeze it, look at it, and you can figure it out. The book goes real. The authors do an excellent job explaining this step by step. Not going to go over it. Your criteria for good audit, you do it regularly, not every now and then, in depth, systematically. If you're getting a lot of customer complaints going up, you do an audit. Hey, something's going out wrong. You get a lot of returns or quality or some issues. I got to check something else. My inventory is being damaged or lost. Or wait a minute, I got to do an audit. Do I got to do a safety audit? Or I get too many people getting hurt or near misses or anything else? All those things I got to always check and balance and see which ones come to the top. All right, decision makers, and then once I find the audit what the problem is, how do I train employees to basically improve on that so it meets the goals and it's no longer an issue? All right. Undertaking an audit, again, who does the audits? Usually management. Outside people are pretty good because they don't have any loyalty or they don't have that build up relationship. They're actually looking here and making sure it's objective, not too much subjective. Did they do this all right? Did they say hello, how you doing, sir? And you could have some subjectivity. They didn't follow through, or made the customer wait and just forgot about him or her, or they balanced or just blew him off or whatever, or her. Just say, geez, I forgot. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go have my break. Worry about it later. Let somebody else take care of it. That's all negative. That person should be reprimanded. That person should be trained, or that person should be terminated. Simple as that. Because those are the things that can upset your customers, and they'll say other customers, and next thing your good customer comes in, will try to avoid you because the experience was terrible. Not because you're good, unless you're the only store in time, and they'll grudgingly come in there, but you'll be looking for your competitor the minute someone comes in. Okay, the next one here we have management audit for smaller retailers. Again, you have all these questions, analysts, special services, buying, pricing, are you in line? It depends on your demographics of all that. And then basically that's what the other things, how long will the audit take, who's going to do it, and those are all questions you got to ask. Okay, and then obstacles of doing an audit. No one likes to do them. Trust me. Oh my God, an audit. It could be costly, time-consuming. It could be inaccurate if you're measuring the wrong thing, or you're looking at something else and not getting into it. Don't understand the processes. So make sure you have your management team to actually go in there and not talk to the manager, but talk to the people doing the job, so they in their mind understand the process. Once they understand the process, they could adequately manage that audit and understand what to look for and why. Some of it could be in. Part of it is because it's in a high risk area, so you got to have a receipt. There's none of this, anything else, because it costly too much, or it's high theft. So you have to make the adjustment because of the demographics that the store is running. If it's your own store, you kind of understand that. If you have other stores, you have to look at that and look at that individual. Maybe he's a poor manager, she's a poor manager. Maybe the employees are all new. They don't understand what's going on. They're naive, for lack of better words. All right, or they could be the crooked ones. What the heck? All right, effective checklist. Again, here's just a checklist, and it goes through everything else in here. All right, so that's basically the whole chapter we had today. I'm done it. I know I'm under time here. Let me just see, expand, and I go to level 1, and then I go view, and I go fit the map. Okay, so we covered everything in chapter 20. Let me cross my fingers. I should be underneath 20 minutes. What do we have here? 18 minutes. My goodness. I'm getting better all the time. I know, what do you call it? The cafe. Individuals that always check my YouTube to make sure students' attention span, got to keep it under 15 minutes. I used to have an hour, so they always stop and come back, never come back. So 20 minutes is pretty good. Remember, we already covered this. This is just a capstone, a quick overview. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. If you like more of this kind of class, look me up. I teach at Harper. college. I teach a variety of classes: internal business, finance, organizational behavior, customer service, marketing, retail merchandising with this class, sports marketing, regular marketing. Come on, look me up. And if not, you have it. Again, it's George Mochocki, and that's my PayPal, I think, on that. All right? I use this to pay off my student loan. So either sign me up for the class or whatever. All right? Have a good day. And thanks a lot for looking at this class. Okay?